What's good? It's Khalil Jamar. Hope that all is well with you guys. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. If this is not your first time on my channel, welcome back. Now, a few days ago, Julius Maddox posted a video titled Unofficial World Record Bench Press 795 pounds. Now, of course, this is kind of confusing because we all know that Danial Zamani was the first to break the unofficial world record with his 804-pound bench press. I do think that we can all agree, though, that out of the two unofficial world records, if we had to guess which one was real and more legit, we would go with Maddox's unofficial world record. Because of that, I think that this is just more evidence. Because of this video, I think that this is more evidence that Maddox will be the first to officially bench press 800 pounds and once again set a new world record. It is crazy, though, because at one time I think most of us thought that Zamani was going to be the one to take over the bench press and set a new record. And now people are pretty convinced that he's been faking this whole thing and his progress. At least I'm convinced that he's been faking all of this. I don't think that what we've been seeing from Zamani is legitimate, and there's a few reasons as to why. Now, the first reason is because of Zamani's history at past meets. He has hit okay numbers. The most that he has bench pressed is 760 pounds, but he did that equipped. And all equipped means is it means that Zamani walked into a meet with a bench press shirt. What a bench press shirt allows you to do is to press more weight than you would be able to do naturally. And it's clear that that bench press shirt helped out Zamani a lot, because the most that Zamani has ever bench pressed raw is only 474 pounds. And I do also want to point out that at the last meet Zamani went to, he failed all three of his lifts. I do bring that up because it makes it really hard to believe that within 2.5 years or so, he went from being a mediocre equipped bench presser to becoming one of the best raw bench pressers that ever lived. It's really hard to believe that he was able to do that in 2.5 years. It took Maddox 5 years to do what he's doing now, and he's never bench pressed under 500 pounds at a meet. In fact, the first meet that Maddox went to, I think his highest bench press was about 640 pounds, and it still took him 5 years to do what he's doing now. So you can kind of see why it's hard to believe that a guy who's never bench pressed 500 pounds raw at a meet and missed all three of his equipped bench press attempts at his last meet, it's hard to make sense of how he almost doubled his raw bench press in about 2 years or so. Now, the second reason is because Zamani is too light. Part of the reason I think we were so impressed with Danial Zamani, of course, he was, as far as we know, he was bench pressing a lot of weight, but it was also impressive because of how light he was. Now I'm realizing that may have been a little bit too good to be true. I'm not sure of the science on this, but it does seem that a majority of the time, the more weight someone wants to press, the heavier they have to be. In general, though, that's pretty much a basic rule for gaining strength. But when you're talking about bench pressing 800 pounds, it does seem like you need to be a certain size. Danial Zamani would have to be way heavier than what he is now to be bench pressing 800 pounds. At least he should be. And here's what I mean. If we look at Julius Maddox, Maddox had to add about 35 pounds over the last 5 years or so to add about 140 pounds onto his bench press. As I mentioned before, at his first meet, he bench pressed over 640 pounds at a body weight of 414 pounds. He got to about 447 pounds, basically 450 pounds or so, in order to bench press 782 pounds. Danial Zamani was 299 pounds when he hit his heaviest raw bench press, which was 474 pounds. And the last meet that Zamani went to, he weighed about 350 pounds and again couldn't even bench press 800 pounds equipped. So if he can't bench press 800 pounds equipped, even with that weight gain and getting up to 350 pounds, he's probably too light to even hit 800 pounds raw right now. Even if he got to a body weight of 400 pounds, it's still highly unlikely that he would be able to add over 300 pounds to his raw bench press in just over 2 years, especially when Zamani has more experience as a equipped bench presser. If it took Maddox, who is one of the best bench pressers to ever live, 5 years to add on 140 pounds to his bench press, how can we make sense of Danial Zamani adding over 300 pounds to his bench press? If you have the answer to that question, leave it in the comment section. Reason number 3 is because he's starting to focus on deadlift. Now, I'm not going to go into this reason too much because I will admit it's a little bit of a personal opinion. But when someone, at least from what I've seen, is chasing a world record on a single lift, that's the only lift that they'll focus on, at least from what I've seen. When you look at guys like Eddie Hall or Thor going after the deadlift record, you didn't see them bench pressing or squatting a lot. I'm not saying that they didn't do it, but it is clear what their focus was, breaking a certain record on a certain lift. But maybe he is taking a break from bench pressing. I don't know. I do want to point out my own fault though. I had misspoken in my last video about Zamani. I said that he had no intentions of breaking the world record bench press officially, and that wasn't true. When he had bench press 804 pounds, he made his intentions clear and said he was willing to go after the world record officially in the near future. Honestly, I do hope I'm wrong. I would love to see Zamani, Maddox, whoever break this record. But right now, it is looking like Maddox will be the first person. I'm not trying to hate on Zamani. I'm just giving reasons as to why he may have been faking this whole time. It just seems like there's more and more evidence coming out that Zamani was not being completely truthful about what he's done on the bench press. But guys, that's just my take on it. You leave your thoughts in the comment section. That is the end of the video. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure that you do like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later.